All right, today we're going to be checking out the ocean a bit. I'm not going to lie, the ocean terrifies me. Yeah, so let's just get right into it.
Facts about the ocean that are scarier than any horror movie. First up, I bet you didn't know that you can literally melt in the ocean. Because in the deep sea, there's something called hydrothermal vents that can reach up to 750 degrees Fahrenheit, which will allegedly cause your body to melt. But by then, you probably wouldn't even notice because all your bones would have likely been crushed by the pressure. The next fact is honestly even scarier to think about. You know how we have so many scary stories about sea creatures, like sirens, the Loch Ness Monster, or giant squids? Well, a lot of the creatures that used to be just a story are slowly being discovered as real. For example, the giant squid, which scientists found were not only real and over 59 feet in length, but are also cannibals. If that's not bad enough, here's more. Because
I feel like those are like maybe the baby ones or something, because I just have a feeling like there's even bigger ones out there that we haven't found yet, or maybe have long passed or something. But yeah, even those things are crazy big, right? But I just have a feeling that there's, the mama or the grandpa and.
The ocean is basically a giant graveyard. In 2014, researchers diving into an underwater cave in Mexico found the remains of a girl estimated to be 13,000 years old, meaning there's a high likelihood that if you go missing or drown that you would probably never be found. There's also 10 million viruses in every drop of seawater, meaning viruses in the ocean outnumber all of the stars in the Milky Way. The actual number is estimated to be 1 nonillion, which is a number I've never heard before, but here it is written out. That itself makes me never want to go swimming in the ocean again.
Yeah, it's just like a big old, nasty bacteria soup, right? If you really think about it. And it doesn't help with all the trash and stuff that we throw into it, The giant squid she's talking about is called the colossal squid, and we have yet to see footage of it in its natural habitat, which I think is in Antarctica. Ugh. Yeah, that's creepy. I'm going to start crying every time I accidentally swallow seawater. I'm finna get COVID-89. I never went swimming at the ocean once. I only go to lakes. I'm scared of deep water that you can't see or touch the bottom of, We were at a Salt River lake around here, Tupin, one time when I was little. And I remember it got so shallow to where, you can kind of feel your butt kind of, hitting up against the rocks or whatever. So anyways, I got out for a bit, to kind of cool down. And then later on, I'm in the tube again, and I kind of hop out again, in the middle of the tube, just thinking oh, it's probably right there, And I just remember dropping and not feeling the bottom. It just terrified the hell out of me. So yeah, I don't really mess with lakes like that either. I'll hit y'all with something good. The reason why the ocean is only 5% explored is because we can't go deeper. God doesn't allow us. And if we do, we die. There's a place called Shallow where the dead go, and it's not in the Mariana Trench. It's deeper than that. And after that, we got Pillars of Earth, and lastly, Tinham, or known as the Great Deep, where the Leviathan is at. Definitely heard of the Leviathan. It's in the Bible, right?
What if I told you the ocean was the real outer space? A couple years ago, an independent researcher named Tyler Schmerkenhieser designed and engineered a one-of-one submarine with an adaptive hyperalloy composite hull. To prove it, guy was obsessed, believed the concept of the ocean floor itself was a lie. Stuck a camera on the front of the submarine and set off into the unexplored depths of the Mariana Trench. And Buddy, the species he'd captured on these videos, were things that have yet to be explained to this day. But instead of finding the seafloor, he discovered what he described as an abyssal vortex, a swirling black whirlpool that no previous expedition had ever encountered. Said that by the time he'd gotten through it, he rose up to lands that he'd never seen before in his life. Saw these strange human-like beings standing up on the shore. It was like this upside-down world, accessible through vortex canals.
Weird.
In the depths of the water.
The Book of Enoch shows all this. Apparently the Book of Enoch has a lot of information in it. Maybe that's why it was removed from the Bible. Anyone been thinking of the movie The Abyss? Haven't been able to stop thinking about that movie. Feel like I've seen that a long time ago. Well, how do we get there? Because this side is super ghetto. So when can I stop paying my bills? Did those billionaires really die last year, or did they make a trip to wherever this is? That's why the government keeps your attention in the skies. Ooh.
What's that? Oh, scientists were studying earthquakes, but then stumbled across something wild? What was it? Oh, it was just an ocean under our ocean. What? Yeah, these scientists found an ocean under our ocean by accident. But I'm sure there's no way we could have known this before, right? The crazy part about this, though, is that the ocean they found is 3 times bigger than our oceans that we have here on the surface. They said that it's very likely that there's millions of species we're unaware of in this other ocean. They also believe they could be as large as dinosaur-sized species in that ocean, and that they may have already broken through into our oceans.
It's a massive hidden reservoir of water, roughly 430 miles beneath the Earth's surface. This hidden ocean is estimated to be 3 times larger than all surface ocean combined. That's just crazy to think, you know, like, because of how big the ocean is, like to think of something 3 times that big. How does it know the ocean under the sea is 3 times bigger if they only discovered 5% of the bottom of the ocean? I'm starting to believe that we might be aliens here. Interesting.
So I'm going to talk to you guys about Sirens again because I found more things about Sirens. I have no one to talk to in my real life about this, so I got to talk to you guys about it. I hope you don't mind. So let's get into it. Y'all already know that I feel like the ocean is absolutely terrifying for so many things. First of all, I truly believe that there is a demonic marine kingdom out there. And I say that because of the book of Enoch, which I read as history or lore, not scripture. It says in the book of Enoch that the women that procreated with the angels and made Nephilim were actually cursed to the sea to become sirens in the flood. If you think about it, guys, this is so spooky. If you think about it, during the flood of Noah, all the land creatures died, but the ocean stays the same. And the ocean is recycled. All the water we see on Earth is the same water from the flood of Noah. Because water isn't created, it's literally recycled. So that ocean is the same. So whatever's in that ocean is the same. They present themselves as beautiful, the same way the fallen angels presented themselves as beautiful, when in turn they actually were cursed for it. So they present themselves as beautiful to men, and then when the men reciprocate and they come to them, they show them the real curse, and that's death. And I've been seeing so many videos of like these rules when it comes to sirens and the things that you're not supposed to do and the things that you are supposed to do. I'm like, yo, there's no way they're not real. There's no way that people have been saying this for so long and talking about these things for so long. I'm Haitian, so y'all know, any Caribbean knows that there's generations to this stuff.
This is why Jesus walked on water, to show he has domain over all things. Ooh. My grandson was swimming and I called him a mermaid. He got so mad at me and said, "Don't ever call me that again. That's a demon." He was 3. Oh. Okay, that's creepy. I don't play with the ocean. It's beautiful to look at from the shore. Yeah, for reals. I remember driving up like out in San Diego and just like from the freeway being able to see like the vastness of like all the ocean. It was cool to look at, but then I started to get like a real uneasy feeling. Like, I don't know what it was, but like just like all that water. It's like it's really crazy if you think about it.
He's a fisherman. He said after a certain time, being on the shore of the beach is dangerous because that's when they arrive and they take people with them.
Yeah, see?
Point blank, period. And you know, everybody's compound on the coast got electric charged wire on top of the fences. Barbed wire. And they all got these signs, danger. And everybody got their security. They say after a certain time it get dangerous. Be inside the gate. Don't go to the water. Because, you know, none of us can swim good enough to get you back from them.
We got another one over here. What are those?
Oh. Yeah.
What the heck's
It's creepy. I mean,
on each side of the boat?
Mermaid or siren or not, like, that's still creepy that it's following the boat right there. If it's like, I don't know, a shark or some other sea creature, it's still pretty creepy.
What are those trails? What's something swimming fast underneath that water? Something swimming real fast underneath that water. I hear him. Where's she at? What the fuck is that noise, bro? What is that noise? Where are you? This is crazy. I heard it. I heard it. I hear it. Oh my God. That's crazy. That's nuts.
Yeah, that is super creepy. I could never do a job like that in the ocean where you're there at night and then got to deal with like storms and all that kind of stuff. Like, hell no, bro. Those are not sirens. They are some other creature. According to Greek mythology, sirens look like birds. Huh. I don't think people realize how real this is. In the beginning, I hear come, jump in at 20 seconds. That's creepy. Like something trying to get you to jump into the water, you know? And then just like imagine you hit that water and then just head goes under and you just see something just coming at you. Like it's like the last thing you see.
Do you have a phobia today? Thalassophobia. This test has 4 levels. Only 1% can make it till the end. Level 1. This one should be easy. Level 2. Do you still feel nothing?
No, I already don't like that at all.
Level 3. Is this still not scary enough?
Don't like that. I could never work on that type of thing either. Structures just like shouldn't exist, you know?
Warning. Here comes level 4. If you are this, I think you're cooked.
Yeah, that's my nightmare.
Comment if you've made it till the end.
Just out in the ocean, open, dark, vast ocean, just floating. 2 is worse than 3. I'm not afraid of the water. I'm afraid of what's in the water. Yeah, for reals. NASA stopped exploring the ocean. This evidence might explain why. I don't doubt that there's like things really this size, but any video evidence of it, it's like, I mean, who knows nowadays with AI, you know? I think NASA stopped exploring the ocean because of Leviathan. Imagine we did see a Kraken and everyone thought it's AI. Yeah, for real. It's like, that's what I'm saying. Nowadays, like, we could see legit stuff, but like, how would you really know?
The devil is for sure in the ocean, but that's not what most people think. Most people think hell is underground, but that's not what the Bible says, or the Torah, or the Quran, or ancient Greek books at all. So all religions talk about this thing called the abyss, but do you guys know where the word abyss comes from? It comes from the Greek word abyssos, meaning the deepest, darkest parts of the ocean. Now, in both the Bible and the Quran, that's where they say the devil's actually from. So that makes us wonder why. Why did NASA get involved in the ocean in the 1960s? Why did they team up with the Navy and then sabotage the Sea Lab 3 project? And yes, it was real sabotage. There is tons of public reports of high-ranking military officials talking about how it was actually sabotaged. But for some reason, when you look it up on Google, nothing comes up at all. And there was one man that worked at NASA, the only man that supposedly went from outer space to the bottom of the ocean. His name was Scott Carpenter. And he was there, and he spent longer time inside the bottom of the ocean than anybody else. And then for some reason, after Sea Lab 3, he just disappeared. NASA is nothing more than a distraction. They want us to not look at the ocean, and they only want us to look at the sky. They want to divert our eyes in the opposite direction of where the devil, where the Dajjal, where the Antichrist actually resides. The Antichrist is not in the desert. He is below the waves, and they know it.
That's creepy to really think about. Just another reason for me to avoid the ocean. That's why Jesus walked on water, to prove that he had power over him. That would explain my irrational fear of the ocean. It's not irrational. Now that I think about it, remember when Jesus cast out the legion of demons? Yeah, and they went into the ocean. Yep. Maybe my paranoia about the ocean isn't too unwarranted. For reals. Well, I guess that's where we will end it. Careful out there. Avoid the ocean at all costs. That's definitely what I do. And yeah, be careful for those mermaids and sirens, you know. And I will see you guys in the next one. Later.